Hi, this is Indraneel and you are watching Business Bites in our channel The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. In today's Business Bites, first news we have JSW Group to raise its stake in JSW MG Motor India to become the single largest shareholder in the company. Second news we have IPO-bound Manipal Health acquired Sahyadri Hospitals at a deal value of around 6,400 crore. Third news we have Elon Musk-owned Starlink get the final regulatory approval to offer commercial broadband from space services in India. Fourth news we have Lenskart is likely to issue additional shares to its founder Mr. Piyush Bansal before launching their IPO. And fifth news we have UAE dismisses all reports on lifetime golden visa to citizens of certain countries including India spreading across social media. In first news, JSW Group to raise its stake in JSW MG Motor India to become the single largest shareholder in the company. JSW Group plans to raise its stake in JSW MG Motor India, which is their car manufacturing joint venture with China's SAIC Motor, who has decided against committing further capital to India, instead prioritizing investment in China and in Europe when JSW Group wants to become the single largest shareholder in the company, where JSW MG is a 51 and 49% joint venture and their partner SAIC, which will continue to extend technology and brand support. Alongside, the Sajan Jindal-led group has finalized two separate licensing pacts, one each for electric passenger and commercial vehicles, with Chinese automakers as it pushes ahead with its ambition of emerging as a full-spectrum electric mobility company. JSW is proceeding with plans to launch its own EVs in the coming years. Its electric trucks and buses are slated to debut in early 2026 and electric passenger cars in the first half of 2027, for which the Jindal Group has signed non-equity licensing deal for both ventures with Chinese automakers involving upfront fee and per unit royalties, while committing to full localization in India. The commercial vehicle range will be coming with a new brand name, while passenger EVs will be sold under the JSW brand, for which a dedicated manufacturing facility for the commercial vehicles is under development. JSW is forging licensing agreements with Chinese automakers amid long-standing geopolitical tensions with Beijing, when China has recently curbed exports of rare earth magnets to India, which is one of the most crucial elements for automobiles and consumer electronics industries. In second news, IPO-bound Manipal Health acquired Sahyadri Hospitals at a deal value of 6,400 crore. India's second-largest hospital chain, Manipal Health Enterprises, has acquired Sahyadri Hospitals from Canada's Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan at around 6,400 crore, that is $750 million. When this acquisition will strengthen Manipal Hospital's presence in Western India and will add 12,000 beds nationwide post this acquisition, where in June 2025, KKR invested $600 million in debt into the Manipal Group to support its accelerated expansion and corporate growth plans. On the other side, Sahyadri Hospital operates 11 facilities across Pune, Nasik, Ahilanagar and Karad with 1,300 beds, 2,500 clinicians and 3,500 support staff, and Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan had acquired Sahyadri from Everstone Capital in August 2022 at a valuation of around 2,500 crore, while Everstone had bought the hospital chain 3 years earlier in 2019 from its founder, neurosurgeon Charudat Apte, for about 1,000 crore. On Manipal's global experience and playbook of investing in healthcare services, they see the potential to build on Sahyadri's strong brand to create a regional healthcare leader, while Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan is a global investment manager with $178 billion in net assets, and they administers retirement funds for more than 340,000 school teachers and administrative staff in the Canadian province of Ontario. The deal value translates into a valuation multiple of 31 times Sahyadri Hospital's operating profit of 210 crore for 2024-25, when India's largest hospital chain Apollo, which is listed, is valued at 36 times of its 2024-25 operating profits. In third news, Elon Musk-owned Starlink get the final regulatory approval to offer commercial broadband from space services in India. Starlink has cleared the final regulatory requirements for offering commercial broadband from space services in India with Space Regulator in-space approval, when the US-based Starlink is the third SATCOM operator after Bharti-backed Eutelsat OneWeb and Reliance Jio-SES joint venture to secure all clearances for offering commercial broadband from space services in India, which is a market expected to grow exponentially in the coming years. The Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center in Space authorized Starlink Gen 1 constellation to provide satellite communication services in India, whereas Gen 1 is Starlink low Earth orbit network of 4,408 satellites which can offer 600 Gbps throughput in India. The telecom department is also expected to give trial spectrum soon to Starlink for validating its security compliances, and separately, the Department of Telecommunication is soon expected to finalize pricing and rules for allocating satellite spectrum administratively after receiving recommendations from the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. On the other side, SES Satellites India, the local subsidiary of Luxembourg-based SES SA, which also has a SATCOM joint venture with Reliance Jio, obtained approval for its three large geostationary satellites, SES 7, 8 and 9, when the company had made two separate applications for different constellations. The latest clearance for SES, though, is separate from the two SATCOM joint ventures with Jio, which got in-space approval last year, while Airtel-backed Eutelsat OneWeb got the SATCOM permit in 2021. On that context, two other global SATCOM operators, Jeff Bezos-owned Amazon Kuiper and Apple's SATCOM partner Globalstar, are also awaiting approvals from Indian authorities, while according to InSpace, India's space economy is having a potential to touch $44 billion by 2033, and that accounting for around 8% of the global share. In fourth news, Lenskart is likely to issue additional shares to its founder Mr. Piyush Bansal before launching their IPO. Omnichannel eyewear retailer Lenskart is likely to issue additional shares to its founder and CEO Mr. Piyush Bansal through a structured payout arrangement which could increase his stake in the public market-bound company by 1.5 to 2%, where Mr. Piyush Bansal and his wife Neha Bansal, also a co-founder, currently hold a combined stake of about 12 to 13% in the company. This move reflects a broader trend among consumer tech and internet companies like Zomato, Swiggy, Delivery, PV Fintech and Freshwork, which have awarded stock to founders ahead of their initial public offerings, that is IPO, through various mechanisms. In June 2024, the Bansals, along with founders Amit Chaudhary and Sumit Kapahi, had invested around $20 million in Lenskart, when for companies raising significant capital, founder stake often get diluted, and that pre-IPO stock grant serves as a way to compensate and retain them. Prior to this, in 2021, Zomato's board granted founder and CEO Dipinder Goyal 368 million stock options with a 6-year exercise window that could effectively double his stake in the company from nearly 4% at present. Other tech startups like Freshworks, Delivery and PV Fintech that went public after Zomato also granted stock-based awards to their founders prior to their IPOs. In a same kind of a story, food and grocery delivery company Swiggy had granted employee stock options worth around $271 million, out of which around $200 million worth of options from this were granted to founder and group CEO Sriharsha Majety. And in fifth news, UAE dismisses all reports on lifetime golden visa to citizens of certain countries including India spreading across social media. The UAE Federal Authority for Identity, Citizenship, Customers and Port Security has dismissed reports of the UAE granting a lifetime golden visa to citizens of certain countries including India, when the ICP underscored all UAE golden visa applications are managed exclusively through official government channels within the country and no internal or external advisory body is considered an approved party in the application process. The categories of golden residents, their conditions and controls are determined in the accordance with the UAE laws, legislation and official ministerial decisions, where those wishing to know the requirements for UAE golden visa can obtain them through the ICP website or smart application. The authority said it has recently monitored press releases issued by a consulting office overseas, including the possibility of applying for a lifetime UAE golden visa, while they are fully committed to provide a safe and clear environment for customers and also working to enhance transparency and continuously update services through their official digital platforms only. The ICP also declared it will pursue legal action against the entities that launched these rumors in an attempt to obtain money from those wishing to live and reside in the UAE by exploiting their dreams and ambitions in a decent life and a safe and stable living, while they urged those wishing to visit the UAE or live, reside and invest in the country against responding to inaccurate rumors and false news with the aim of quick profit, and also urged the public to always refer to official sources to ensure the validity of required procedures by visiting the official website or reaching out of its call center. We, the Spotlight, has also reported on 9th July of the launch of a pilot program for a new kind of golden visa by the UAE has set a social media abuzz with excitement, when Dubai-based visa advisory firm Riyadh Group apologized and took full responsibility for disseminating incorrect information in the media that the UAE government will grant a lifetime golden visa for around 23.30 lakh. Due to the confusion caused, the Riyadh Group is discontinuing private advisory services for golden visas. So these were the top 5 business news from Business Bytes in our channel The Spotlight, India's first online business news channel. I would like to request you to please subscribe this channel so that you can have all the updates from our end. Thank you very much for watching Business Bytes and signing it off.